Hello guys, this is Mental Stimulant coming through. I'm going to do sort of 3-part reading. I'm going to cleanse, and I'm going to read to you guys something that I wrote in reference to the journey as I experienced it. Just some key points to start out with to give somebody some insight they may be experiencing. Maybe not, but we'll see. I got the Ratchet deck. I got some tarot cards. Okay. For the last 4 years, I have been in a season of pruning. I faced many lessons dealing with people pleasing, self-deception, letting go of past hurts, and blame. See, I always thought if I was good to people, and did things the right way, that, it was a no-brainer, you know. And that's kind of true in a sense, but it shouldn't be so extreme that you're putting yourself on the back burner, and that's what I found myself doing. A lot of times I would put myself last, put the needs of others before my own, sometimes allowing myself to go without. You should never be willing to put yourself last or on the back burner to attempt to try to heal someone else. We get caught in this savior's complex of trying to save everybody, and the biggest thing that we sometimes don't understand is not everybody wants to be saved. Some people like being in their filth, for lack of a better word. But if they refuse to heal, you're just pouring into a broken, damaged cup. And most times we're pouring from a broken and damaged cup ourselves, trying to reach back and help someone else before helping ourselves. We have to heal ourselves. This is not, I'm going to put you on my back. No, I'm going to heal myself and strengthen myself. I can't be of assistance to no one if I'm lacking or I'm damaged. A lot of times we must focus on what hurt us, what's hindering our growth, and really do the work and put real effort into healing. Because before you can reach back for someone else, no one wants you to bleed on them. And a lot of times we bleed out resentment, bitterness, trauma, unforgiveness. And even unforgiveness, I wrestled a lot with unforgiveness because when you're good to people, it's sometimes hard to understand how could you do me like that? Wasn't I good to you? So forgiving people when I felt like I was wrong was hard for me to do a little bit. And it shouldn't have been, because you got to look at where people are, where they come from, the situations that make them who they are. And a lot of times a lot of us are victims. It's not our fault. We just become victims to decisions of others, circumstances, and things of that nature. And I think that that has helped me a little bit because when I really think about it, it's like when you really look at where people come from, you look at their families, their genetic makeup, and their experiences. Sometimes you got to really understand, like, not everybody is going to handle things the way you may handle them, you know? And some things are just harder for people to deal with than the other person. So thus far, I think I'm getting better at it. I can't say that I'm 100%. I'm nowhere near 100%, because some things still bother me at times, and I make sure to take the time to really deal with my own emotions because I'm responsible for my own healing. Just like each and every one of you are responsible for your own healing. Although there may have been individuals, you know, that have been vital in the need for you to have to heal. The healing is your responsibility because people go on about their lives, and sometimes they go on to hurt others. So why stagnate yourself, your life, your journey, holding on to something that has already happened, you know? But I encourage you to really, those people that hurt you, lovers, family, friends, look at the situation and ask yourself, like, wow, what type of person would do something like that? Why would they do something like that? What is it in them that's probably hurting that would cause them to react and conduct themselves in such manner? You know, because like they always say, hurt people hurt people. And lots of people can't get over things. Lots of people hold on to being the victim and saying, well, this person did this to me. And some take on this attitude, well, it happened to me, I'm going to do it to others, I don't care. You know, that's brokenness. That's someone really crying out, really, really hurting. And sometimes you just got to say, you just a casualty of the circumstances. That's all. Um, but once we are of age, we should be looking at the generational illnesses in our families, where we come from. You know, illnesses can be both spiritual, mental, physical. Spiritual sometimes is non belief or excessive belief in something outside of yourself. The mental can be affected by allowing one's mind to trap you into being a victim, reliving, rehashing those thoughts. They did this, they did that to me. Physical physical illnesses, high blood pressure, diabetes, a lot of these things are generation to generation to generation. My mom had it, my grandmama had it, her mama had it. We have to really look at these things. Look at the causes, you know. A lot of times, spiritually, emotionally, things manifest in the body physically. It causes illnesses when there's something broken in any one of those aspects, you know. You know how they say when you have a couple that have been together a long time and one passes on, it's like the other one sometimes follows soon after. And it's simply from a broken heart that has manifested into a physical illness. To give you an example, um, we need to look at the addictions in our bloodline. Because with any addiction, it causes you to be one way or the other. Something has such a strong hold on you that you are not even yourself. And addictions come in so many forms. Anything that's done in excess, that you can't willingly just put down. You get a dependency upon it when you're feeling emotional, when things happen, like crutches, like me, you know. I still go back and forth a lot on smoking sometimes because I get frustrated, and I may not understand something. And I'm not a person that really likes not to understand anything. I want to know, I want to understand. And when I don't, it bothers me in such a big way, you know. I'm getting better at it. I have gotten better at it. But it's a thing that I've went backward and forward, backward, forward, backward, forward with, because it's familiar, um, and also a generational thing, you know. I'm not sure how many people on my dad's side smoked. Um, as far as I know, on my mom's side, my mom was really the only smoker. Everybody else on my mom's side basically just drank. Um, but yeah, we have to look at these things and what these things are doing to our bodies. That's hindering our connection to the higher source, connection to our spiritual team, hindering connection to our other senses other than the basic ones that you're aware of, you know. Um, all of these things distort you, even excessively eating. Think about it. When you're a emotional eater, you eat everything that's no good for you. All of the things that taste good, but put terrible weight in the wrong places that make you feel some type of way about yourself. And it's kind of like a domino effect. You start gaining weight, you're already in a sad state. You start seeing those pounds start packing on, like that's just opening a whole nother door on top of whatever else was already wrong. Drinking. Some people cannot drink. People become something else when they drink sometimes. You got the people that are overly emotional when they drink for no reason most times. Um, Aggressive, destructive. This is not that person. These things distort you and change you into something else. You know, a lot of times people be done flipped out, and when they come to, they can't. They're ashamed of the things that they may have participated in while under the influence. You know what I'm saying? Why conduct yourself that way? Why do it to yourself? You know? I know quite a few people from my past. I used to see friends of mine that would get so drunk they falling down, they hurting themselves, they losing things and important things like keys, phone, wallet, and then once they sober up, they mad because they gotta go through processes to get these things again. Like, we be our own worst enemy sometimes. And it be responses to things that we dealing with internally most times. We use all these things as crutches. And really, it's not helping you, it's hindering you further. You know, it's not allowing you to get in touch with your own emotions and dealing with these things, facing them head on so they don't continue to be a hindrance. Um, I speak a lot on we gotta heal. And I don't just say you guys, we have to heal. Because I'm not 100% healed. I have done a great deal of work on myself, you know, and being a little more patient because my patience has always sucked. Um, Forgiveness and, not leaning so much onto crutches to get through something, to deal with something, because really, in all actuality, these things really don't help you deal with anything. They just help you put it on the back burner for a period, and then you face with it all over again. A cycle, you know what I'm saying? So how much of these things really helping us? They're not solving no problems. If anything, they're piling more problems on. Um, One other thing that I wanted to say about healing, though, when you heal, you will view things completely different. Even beginning to heal, because healing is a process. It don't happen overnight. You just don't wake up one day and be over everything that has ever happened. No, it don't work like that. It's a process. It could take years. A lot of these things take years that we hold on to them. And it's going to take that much time to really deal with it. But we're going to have to be intentional and put ourselves as a priority. I want to be healthy, not just physically. I want to be healthy and sound in my mind, body, and my soul. You know what I'm saying? Uh, this head is getting on my nerve. Um, we should start a routine of being prayerful, not just praying when something happens, because even I was that type of person, like, I'm gonna go pray because something didn't happen. No, we should be intentional about prayer and having that time with the Creator. You know, just giving thanks for the fact that you were able to open your eyes and actually see out your eyes. To wake up and still have use of your fingers, like, none of that is promised to us. You know what I'm saying? We have to be more grateful for what we see as the little things, because they're actually really big when you really think about it. Because you would hate to roll out of bed and you don't have the capability to use your legs. You can't even swing them off the bed to get out of the bed. Think about that for a minute. Because you can't say it won't happen, it can't happen. It can. You know? I'm thankful to have running water, be able to get in that hot shower after a busy day and I'm sweaty and I'm uncomfortable. You know how pleasant it is to be able to get in a hot shower after feeling icky. Now think about it. What if you couldn't? Because there's plenty of people that don't have access to hot water or water at all. And I think sometimes these are things that we take for granted. Worrying about things of the world that don't matter. Like we walking around upset and attitudes and bitter and mad, when really you should be like, Lord, thank you. You know, I'm able to use my senses. It's sunny outside, or even if it's raining, the rain is cleansing the earth so we can breathe and nourishing the trees and all of these things that work hand in hand for us. Like when we really start breaking things down and really looking at these things that we deem as little things, man, that's a great start. It really is. It's a great start. Um, Plus, once you begin to heal, you'll start raising your vibration. A high vibration is so important because right now, this day and age that we live in, Black magic, witchcraft, voodoo, all those things is in full swing. You know, even the thoughts that people have, the words that they speak are live and active spells, most times against someone else. And these things can absolutely affect your life. But the higher your vibration is, the less these things can touch you. You know what I'm saying? Say, for example, you got a nice car. You just bought a car and you got a bestie or a friend or what have you that you like, look at my new car, look at my new car. They might not ever even say it to you, but they thinking in their mind, why she get to get that? And all of these negative things. Next thing you know, a week later, your car break down. Yeah, this is absolutely how it works. You know, and then, you know, it's some people out here into the hardcore black magic that will run rampant through your life. And you trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, you know? But the higher your vibration is, the more that you act out of love, patience, kindness, a lot of these things you'll be able to navigate through. It's very simple. And we also got to be careful not to speak negativity on our own selves. You know, those negative things that I'm this, I'm that. I look, you know, no. Whenever any of those negative things pop up, reverse it and say the opposite in a positive light, you know. And even that takes practice. And, you know, the more that you do it, you'll get better at it, because even it's something that I had to learn that I'm also getting better at, you know. Even if I'm having a bad day, you know. Someone say, well, how you doing today? Shit, I'm doing pretty good. I'm on top of the dirt, you hear me? And that's factual. That's a blessing. The Creator woke you up to get something right today. Another opportunity to say, look, I mean something to myself. This is my life. It's not about anybody else. I mean something to me. No matter what mama think, no matter what daddy think, no matter what sister, brother, cousin, whoever think, my life means something to me. You did. You know, we got to get out of worrying about what other people think. What they think doesn't matter. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Denounce those negative thoughts, negative self-talk. You know, get yourself in a habit of saying only positive things. And most of us are creatures of habit. You know, we have been groomed to be negative, to be combative, to be mean. And sometimes just the circumstances have us that way. But why not change that? What are you losing by being better? You're afraid someone gonna call you boring, square? All of these crazy words that people like to just speak down on people because they want to be healthy in mind. Like, people is crazy. But my shoulder hurt a little bit. I did meditate before starting the camera. And you guys cleanse the cards with me. I'm going to run some reads from the tarot and from the Ratchet deck. I was going to leave the Ratchet deck. I wasn't even going to pull it out, but I was told to pull it out. If you caught any of my other readings and stuff, I said I don't, my shorts I posted, I don't like messing with that deck. Because I feel like I'm getting in people's business and I don't like ruffling feathers. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are unhealed, they're just not there yet. And I don't want no one to feel like I'm poking at them, because I'm absolutely not. Every day I realize, shit, we only human. Just earlier, I was listening to someone talk about someone's sexual preference, about whether it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate being told the truth. We should tell each other the truth, whether we like to hear it or not. We should. We absolutely should. I think that there's a way that we say things to each other, but never to sugarcoat, never to tell those little white lies, because those little white lies can cost somebody. You know, a lot of people really lean on what we tell them. Some people will tell you things just to see you crash, just to see you take 2 steps back. I'm not that person. What I want for myself, I want for everybody else, you know. And whether you're this or that, you know, that's solely on you. You have to wear them shoes, not me. You know, I would tell you what I know to be true, and what you do with that is on you, but never to make you feel less than or feel like I'm better than you. I'm not. You're not. I'm getting the same favor and mercy from the Creator like everybody else. I'm not exempt. You know? And in knowing that, I try to treat others and even myself accordingly, and knowing that I don't want no negative karma on my jacket. You know what I'm saying? I then had to deal with a lot of karma from past things that I've done. You know, and it's harsh sometimes. And it's hard to deal with it. It's painful. And can't nobody do it for you but you. You know what I'm saying? So give each other grace, man. We all at different stages. We all trying. Some of us not trying, but that's their prerogative. Okay? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, guardian angels, archangels, Father, Most High God, I ask that you be present in this reading, please. I know that you guys are already present because I already called y'all in before I started the camera. But what would you have for me to tell the collective at this time? Can you give me 8 cards in the upright for the collective, please, and thank you. Please block out any lying, deceptive spirits, please, and thank you. Archangel Michael, please cover the door for me. 8 cards in the upright, please, and thank you. That's a lot, but I'm going to take them. I like to keep the candle visible, because I'm not sure if y'all know, the activity of the flame is the presence of the ancestors, the angels. When it's flickering that way, they're absolutely present. So we have the 2 of Wands, the King of Wands, Page of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, okay? The Hierophant. That's the 9, no, that's the 10 of Cups. Yeah, 10 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and then we got 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. All right, let's go over them. So we got A masculine energy at the start of the read. Very sexy, appealing to the eye. A king in his own sense. He's faced with, which way do we go? He has two choices. He's favoring one choice, and he's turned his back on the other choice. That could be a choice in past, careers, lovers. It could be a choice in anything. Page of Cups. And then that's followed by Nine of Pentacles, which I deem as feminine, virtuous energy. So it's looking like he's looking at a path to follow and give an offering to abundant, virtuous, feminine. The offer could be small, maybe just to test the waters. He's deeming her as spiritually sound, high in rank. He views her as ultimate fulfillment in a partnership. Like, he sees her as the end all be all. But he also has these emotions that he may not be enough. She may not accept his offer. That's more of him wanting to offer. He's willing, even if she don't accept the first offer, he's willing to offer more. A Ten of Pentacles. So he's going to start with the small offer, which he's thinking that's not going to cut it. That's not going to, she's not going to bat an eye at that. But I'm going to follow up with the big cup. But down here at the bottom, there's someone in the background. Someone stirring up nonsense. Maybe to block him, maybe, and making this offer. Give me more, please, family. Tell me more about this. I normally don't go over 8 cards, but y'all done rolled it out. Wow. Two of Cups. So it's reiterating that he wants to be in partnership, and someone is in the background, possibly speaking negatively, telling lies, trying to throw a monkey wrench in his little plan here. What else, family? Anything else for this scenario? Please and thank you, my loves. You got any more? Yes, no, maybe. Messed up my screen. They said I'm gonna come up with the backup offer. She ain't gonna say no to that. Ten of Pentacles, huh? He packing. he devising a plan. He ain't gonna lose. But someone don't like that. Anything else, family? Or is that all? One more. One more. No? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that's the first spread. Let's get another one for someone else in the collective. I hope y'all having a good day today. I hope that, you know, things out there in the world wasn't too hectic for you today. And I tell you, sometimes it can be a little much, right? Especially with what's going on in the world today. Like, it seems like things have just gone chaotic. I don't really recognize the world we live in anymore. It's like people walking around, they're not even themselves. People are acting from such a selfish, entitled place, and it's crazy. Alright. It's a new deck. I don't even really like using this deck, but my other deck, the cards are falling apart. So they kind of hard to shuffle and stuff, so I got the other one. Okay, I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. Give me 8 for this one. Who in the collective needs to hear it? Give me a message for someone else in the collective, please and thank you. My eyes jumping. Why is my eye jumping? Is this going to be messy? Okay. We got the 3 of Cups, collaboration, Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Okay. Can you give me 2 more, please? Make it clear. Give me 2 more, please. And guys, I know that's too many. Every tarot reader reads their cards different. Most of us are intuitive. And the cards mean so many different things to so many different readers. Everybody reads them from their own intuition. I don't know personally, because I watch readings. I don't know anyone that I watch personally that reads them by the book. We got the 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 8 of Wands, Eight of Wands is communication. Ooh. 10 of Swords. No. It's 8 of Swords. What's on the bottom? The High Priestess. So the High Priestess in somebody's business. Let's see what we got. So at the start of the read, there's a collaboration. Could be 3 people. Could be 6. Collaborations, more than 1, more than 2. Involving a Knight of Pentacles that has done something to break someone's heart. Ooh. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. There's a collaboration of 3 people, including the Knight of Pentacles. So youthful, money-driven individual, masculine, by depiction of the card. Since they're in collaboration, they're doing something with the 7 of Swords to break someone else's heart, involving some type of family situation, a career, a job. They're doing something in the background. But the person they're trying to whose heart they're trying to break, their balance. They're centered. They're not really getting any of this or paying attention to any of this. They're focused on their ultimate fulfillment. This is meant to lead them out in the cold, emotionally. So whatever they in collaboration to do to break this person's heart, involving a partnership, a family, a job, uh, whatever the person is focused on that they consider their ultimate fulfillment, they want them out in the cold. They want them destitute without anything. But someone is watching all of this. The high priestess. The high priestess sees this and is going to start communication about it. So whatever they're doing is not going to work because someone already see what they're up to, either spiritually or more, up close and personal. So they're not going to get away with this. The jig is up, people. All right, let's see. Y'all want to do one more from the tarot, or you want to go to the Ratchet deck? Okay. We're going to do one more for someone else in the collective from the tarot deck. Then we're going to go to the Ratchet deck. Lord. I be scared to crack them cards, man. I don't be wanting to know people's personal business. And I know y'all might say, well, didn't you make them cards? No. Any cards that I make, I'm led to make. I don't make them cards. Half of the stuff that they put on there, I'll be like, oh my goodness. For those that are tapped in, that are creatives and things like that, you know what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to run another spread. I hope y'all having a good day. I did say that, didn't I? Maybe I should have went live. I don't like going live. I didn't even want to be on this camera. I don't like getting on the camera because I'm just too aware of things. So I'm real big on protecting myself because I know there's a lot of weird people that for one reason or another just don't like me. I don't get it. But, people like to plagiarize people's pages, people readings, people images, their likeness. Like, people is crazy. And I prefer not to give them the ammo to do nonsense to me. But ancestors like, you won't get on this damn camera. And I fought as long as I could. It didn't work. And then one other time, I was supposed to do the meditation. Ooh, there's a fight. Someone's fighting. Someone is stuck in their head. So there's chaos somewhere. Give me 6 more. Even though I know y'all gonna give me more than that. But give me 6 more. Tell me more about this. Who's fighting? Thank you. A fool. They said a fool. It's 5 people on here, so it's more than one fool. Strength. King of Pentacles. Big money. Thank you. Y'all didn't even let me get it out. Let me get one more. Just one, please. Just one. Someone's fighting. Someone's stuck in their head and feeling crazy. The King of Pentacles. He's stuck in his head. What you do? Trying to have strength. Gemini is on board. Leo is on board. Kansas on board. We got a lot of major arcana. Someone's going to triumph. But they're up at night. What's on the bottom? Justice. I do not like flipping my cards the wrong way. Okay, so, we got here chaos and destruction going in the background. Someone stuck in their head feeling like a fool, trying to have strength. The King of Pentacles then made his appearance, so he's feeling like a fool and all in his head, contemplating. What you contemplating? Oh, he contemplating having a triumph with the High Priestess, possibly a Gemini. Oh, I know how that can happen, my good man. Gemini got you in your feels. But you're going to triumph, my man. The Six of Wands is here. You're going to triumph. So you can go get you some rest and stop staying up all night tripping. You're going to get justice. Justice card on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So, to reiterate, we have chaos going in the background. The King of Pentacles stuck in his head feeling like a fool about whatever he did over this lover situation, but he remaining strong and hopeful, but it's bothering him a little bit at night when he lay down. He tossing and turning, not getting much sleep. But the High Priestess is here, which could be me. It's telling you you're going to have a triumph in your lover situation. So it's no need to worry, my man. You're going to be all right. Just try to keep your nose clean from whatever you did that got you in this predicament you did. You're going to be fine. All right. Let's pull out the Ratchet there. I ain't got no more sage. I was supposed to go to the store. But today is a free day for me, and I said no. I'm not going to no stores. I'm not doing nothing. I'm chilling today. So my little piece of sage just left it. I got my other stuff. So I'm alright. I ain't doing too bad. Please cleanse the cards for me, guys. Archangel Michael, close any doors that I may have opened, my good man. Anything or anyone not in their prospective places, guys, that you put them back in their places. We don't need no one lingering, my dude. Please and thank you. Oh, tomorrow is going to be a busy day for me, and I'm not looking forward to it. I've been having a taste of some red velvet cake. I think I'm going to give me some cake tomorrow and be a little big back. Ain't that what they say? A friend of mine say that all the time. He's like, I'm about to go big back in it. People crazy. Oh, Lord. This deck gives me the chills. The Chilly Willies. Y'all remember that cartoon? What cartoon was that with Chilly Willy the penguin? That used to be my cartoon. Why that come up? Maybe somebody familiar with that cartoon. That joint just popped in my head for no reason. Somebody from my era, Woody Woodpecker and all them. I don't think Chilly Willy the Penguin was on Woody Woodpecker. I remember watching that before school, though. So that was a long time ago. This little deck be giving me the blues. These little cards. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, What you want to tell us? What you want them to know? I'm not taking that. Can you flip them over for me, please? So I know it's all of you, none of me. All right. Leslie. Leslie, you're on the board, darling. What you do? All right. What about Leslie? Why is Leslie here? Show me. What you want Leslie to know? Why is she here? Could be a man. There are guys named Leslie, so whomever, it resonates. I'm not biased. My eye is going crazy. What's going on? Oh, this is gonna be messy. Why y'all bothering me? What's up with Leslie? Show us, please. Likes or dislikes. Leslie likes or dislikes. What Leslie like or dislike? Show us. Something else flipped over. What else? Flip it over for me, please. I'll take this one because it came. Dislikes unemployed. What? Uh-oh, something else flipped over. Dislikes unemployed Angelo, who has HIV or AIDS. That's a liar and a thief. Ooh. So we got Leslie is PO'd with someone named Angelo. Angelo comes a lot on my readings with this deck. He come out a lot. These cards is flipped over, but I'm not going to take them. Someone here named Leslie is upset with someone named Angelo, whom is unemployed, that she deems a liar and a thief, and it's possibly the carrier of HIV or AIDS. Anything else for this one? So Angelo, Leslie is pissed off with you, man. I don't know what you did, but she's not too happy. I would stay clear of her. What else? Anything else for Angelo or Leslie here? Nope. We got Steve. Steve, come up to the bench. Steve and Stacy. Oh, Steve and Stacy, y'all are item. One of you is a Leo. Okay, what about Steve and Stacy? Is this a collaboration they supposed to have, or are they doing it in secret? So one is a Leo, one is an Aquarius. And something hit the floor. And was upright before it landed on the floor. God dang it. Come here. Angel. Uh-oh. So, that's a third party. Steve, are you being a naughty booger? So it looks like Steve is involved with Stacy and Angel. One person here is a Leo, another person is an Aquarius. Oh. And we got sex. So this is definitely a three-way. Steve, I'm sorry, sir, if I'm telling your business. Oh, another girl. Steve, you a player, man. You got all the chicks jumping out, but they want to be counted. So Leslie and Angelo, we done with y'all. Angelo, that was for you to know that she's pissed off and she's putting your business in the street, that you're a thief and you're broke. And possibly got that package. Okay, so now we got Steve, Stacy. So Steve and Stacy is the prominent couple here, because that's why we got yes behind them when they came out. So they're a couple. And one is a Leo. and one is the Aquarius. But then Angel popped out. She want to be on the board. So he's also sleeping with Angel and Michelle. Steve, do Stacy know that you are community, sir? I'm just the messenger, Steve. I ain't trying to blow up your spot, man. Ancestors getting people business sometimes. I'm sorry. I can't take them nowhere half the time. Because they gonna tell. Anything else? I would imagine that's it. So Stacy, Angelo is a player. He got two ones that he's hot and heavy with right here. Let's see. You guys gonna run some more? Let's do two more. And we can close this reading out. I'm tired. I ain't did nothing today and I'm tired. I've been having busy weeks, so I ain't been getting much rest. I've been running around, getting busy. Archangel Michael, cover my crown, please. Why am I feeling that? All of a sudden. Cover my crown, please. Someone gonna be upset about this. I said I was sorry. It's not me. Y'all seen the cards. It's not me. I didn't tell your business. I ain't dead. Don't be attacking me in your head. Alright. Come on. Give me some more. Somebody else. We're going to do two more spreads. Please and thank you for the collective. We got drug addict. Someone sent a cocaine, Xans, meth, water, fentanyl, ecstasy, and Molly. Percocet. I heard Percocet, but Percocet ain't on the card. So someone's into the Percocet, huh? I heard Future say Percocet. Oh, that's too many, y'all. That's way too many. So who's into the Percocet, people? Who's on them pills real bad? Can you show me, please? Who's on the pills real bad? Them perks. Y'all on them perk 30s? Is that what they call? I think I heard that in a song somewhere. I ain't never seen perks. I don't think. Who on these perks? Show me, please. Why y'all telling people business? I guess it's supposed to be a secret. Somebody strung out on the perks, huh? Well, whoever supposed to know about to find out. Who's on the perks? Show me, please, family. You gonna flip the cards? Thank you. Robert, Bob, or Bill. So one of these people got a perk problem. What else? Oh, all three of them. I don't know. Uh-oh. So we got Sean. And we got Casey. So what about Sean and Casey? What's up with Sean and Casey? Show me. Why they flipped over. Michelle back on the board. Girl, you popular. So we got Sean, Casey, and Michelle. What about them? Oh, is Michelle a player? Okay, these flipped over. She. So Michelle is a Taurus. And she's bisexual. And she's also a liar. I got liar when I looked at the card, so thief does. She's not a thief, she's a liar. So she could be into it with these two dudes, Sean and Casey. And she also bisexual, so maybe that's a girl and a dude that she's caught in the middle. She having her three-way with. So we got Sean and Casey and Michelle. Right after Michelle, we got she is a Taurus and bisexual and a liar. So she's messing with both of them. I suspect she's telling one or the other she's faithful. Steve, why are you back on my board? Steve was the only card that just flipped over, so I'm going to take that one. And this is the last one. So, to recount, Robert, Bob, or Bill is into Percocets. Sean and Casey is in a three-way with Michelle. She's a Taurus, she's bisexual, and she's a liar. She's humping on both of y'all. What's up with Steve? Oh, Steve is hung. Oh, they say Steve hung. How y'all looking at his private parts, y'all? Y'all nasty. What else about Steve? Is that all you want somebody to know is his, huh? Y'all messy. What else about Steve? That almost came out. I don't know what it was, though. What else about Steve? These two. Steve is adventurous. Oh, Lord. Are you serious? And also a male gold digger. So Steve is in it. He's slinging meat for pay. He's the adventurous whore. That's not funny. Anything else about Steve? Not anybody else. Don't pick up somebody else. This is the last one. Anything else about Steve? He's a gigolo, getting lots of dough. Who is that? R. Kelly, I think. And be careful, because although he's hung, he also coming with the gifts that keep giving. So, that's what we have here, guys. I hope that it resonated. I'm sure it resonated for somebody. And I hope that, these readings helped. And we're going to be having more readings like this to come. I'm going to probably mix it up with a couple of lives and videos of this length like this. With me on or off camera. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on camera all the time, because this wasn't my doing. But we'll see. I love you guys so much. If you don't do anything else, work on helping. You are your number one priority. You hear me? I love you so much. Peace.